Welcome back to my NoFilter Podcast, everybody. I hope you guys are enjoying your Sunday. Oh God, how's it going? I hope you guys aren't too upset with me, the fact that it's been 2 weeks since I've uploaded a podcast. But I swear, I have an actual excuse this time, okay? I ended up posting that last podcast. Did I do that podcast with anybody? I don't think I did. I think I did that podcast by myself. I can't truly remember. But me and Joe, we were planning to do a podcast. But then Joe got stuck going to drill because he's a military personnel. And then I ended up getting sick. So if you guys don't know, I feel like I've told you guys before that I had mono way back in mid-2020 into 2021. I had mono really bad 3 times back to back to back. And it went away. And then just randomly, right before my birthday, it resurfaced. I wasn't eating. I wasn't drinking. I was literally going to work. I don't know how I was doing 10-hour days. And I was just coming home, showering, and going to bed. Like, that's all I was doing for a straight week. And I felt bad. But my platform also was not big enough to make an announcement like, hey, I'm not doing a podcast for a little bit. And I started to feel better. What day is today? I started to feel better Thursday, so Joe came over. He had some free time. We did a podcast for about an hour, and then halfway through it, one of the mics spazzed out, and it just halfway through. So I'm trying to cut that video in half so I could give you guys that first 30 minutes, or throw it on the back end of a podcast one time just to see how that goes. But I do apologize. I've been gone. I've just been sick as fuck. Life's been busy, and I think I'm going to have to start a pre-recording podcast with, certain guests, to be prepared just in case I do get sick, because I think 2 weeks is a long time without uploading a podcast. You guys probably thought I fucking just up and left again, but I didn't. But I'm feeling better. I had a follow-up appointment with my doctor yesterday. They were like, so we're going to do some blood tests. And I'm like, oh, no, I'm good. No blood tests. And they're like, oh, well, why not? And I'm like, well, I already feel better. Because I went to immediate care. So I was like, well, I don't want to, force my doctors to, randomly take me in because I'm sick. That's not fair to anybody else who's already had an appointment scheduled. And this is my fault for, I guess, waiting too long. So I scheduled an appointment, and I said, I'm just going to go to immediate care after work. And I went to immediate care. They gave me antibiotics. Lovely people. I had to pay out of pocket because it's immediate care. But, worth it, dude. Worth it. The people I've been there before, they do work with my company. And it's always just a great experience. I got to wait a little bit longer. But, I ended up getting antibiotics from them, taking them. And I had that follow-up appointment yesterday. And I was explaining, why would I take a blood test if I already feel better? And they're like, all right, it's fine. You don't have to take a blood test. But then they were telling me, they were showing me my records. You are due for a physical and a blood test, though, annually. And I'm like, no. So I have that scheduled to later in the month, though, because I have to fast, I guess. And I get hungry, man. I can't fast. I'm not as big as an eater as I used to be, way back in the day, when I was eating 6 meals a day type deal. But, dude, 12 hours with no food it's crazy as fuck, but I have it scheduled on a Friday, which I don't think I'll be working that Friday. So I'm big chilling. And I've gotten really good with needles. I won't say much besides the peanut butter shot. And if anybody knows what that is, you know that if you could take that, you could take any other shot out there. That shit fucking hurts your ass. But yeah, oh God, so much to talk about lately. So I've been still getting in a loop. I really just don't do social media as much anymore. It's just not really a part of my life. I just turned 22, so I feel old. I feel that my death knocking on the door at this point. But I just had anybody out there who's ever struggled knows that you toast some bread, you put a little bit of butter and a little bit of cinnamon toast on cinnamon on the toast, and you get cinnamon toast. Right? Am I thinking of the right food? All right. Let me start over on that. You put some bread in the toaster. You're waiting, and then you put a little bit of butter, nothing crazy, and a little bit of cinnamon. You fold that piece of bread in half, and boom, you got cinnamon toast bread. Why the fuck am I having a hard time thinking what this food is supposed to be called? Cinnamon toast bread. That's what I'm calling it. And that's like it made me feel like a kid again. So, yeah, it's some real shit. So, anyway, back to what I was saying, dude. They have 3 good movies coming out that I'm super excited to see, and I'm going to talk about them right now. I used to watch my favorite YouTuber, H2O Delirious, way back when I was a kid, play Fallout 4. And Fallout 4 is making a movie. And I gotta say, dude, they're not cutting corners with this movie. It looks really fucking good, and I'm super excited to go and see it. I'm curious to see, like, the actors they have in it, of course, but I'm curious to see on how they do this movie, right? Like, I just watched Boogie review the trailer, and there's a lot of things I could agree on about how good the production looks and everything, but why don't they have a video game? I'm like, well, I'd rather have a movie than a video game. Because, I don't know, I'm just not a big video game person, I guess, anymore. So Fallout 4 is on the list. Fallout 4 for sure. I'll probably do like a stupid movie review that no one will ever listen to on this bitch. Oh, God, dude, I just farted, and I'm scared I'm about to take a shit. And if I have to take a shit, I'm taking you guys with me. So, and then another movie I just saw that they're coming out with. I just saw the trailer today. I don't know how old it is, but they're coming out with another Ghostbusters with Bill Murray in it. I feel like Bill Murray is really the only person who could save the Ghostbusters franchise. The original Ghostbusters, pretty good. Like, I would say I would still go back and watch the originals today. I didn't like the female version. I feel like they tried too hard to make that movie a comedy. So with that being said, I didn't see Afterlife either, but I heard Afterlife was a really good one. So I have to go back and watch that. I've been out of the loop for movies for a while now, but now, like, you know, I'm taking some interest in it. So I think Bill Murray is really going to be the savior for this, but I hope for Ghostbusters they just close it off at this. Like, just stop making movies on Ghostbusters, because if Afterlife was good and they recovered from that weird female one, people are like, oh, it's a feminist movement movie. Like, who fucking cares? I just didn't like it because I thought they tried too hard to be funny. Was there some funny scenes in it? Yes, but it wasn't like something that I would watch again. And when I watched the movie and saw the trailer, my first thought wasn't, oh, females are ruining it. Like, I was like, no, they're just probably more add-ons to the Ghostbusters team. Like, that's just, that's what I thought, you know? So I'm excited to see what they do with this Ghostbusters movie. I'm hoping if they at least carry on more movies, they keep the storyline in check, because Like, I don't know, it's kind of like a Transformers franchise. You introduced more characters. I was just bitch about this like 3 podcasts ago. You introduced more characters, and we're never going to see those characters again. At the end of the day, you're literally just wasting money and time, I feel like. Because it was just, like, in my eyes, I saw it as, alright, so maybe these will become, like, big contributors to the next movie. You know what, hang on, let me just do something really quick. Female I gotta check something about the Ghostbusters. I gotta check the thing, right? I just gotta find out. Okay, I just gotta remember those faces. I'm checking to see if they were in the Afterlife movie. They were not, no. So kind of plugs back into what I was saying. I kind of lost track a little bit here. But, like, they need to stop introducing characters that we're never going to see again. I don't know. I can't remember exactly how the female Ghostbusters ended off as, but if I remember correctly, it didn't plug into anything else, you know? Like, I don't know. And then I'm just going to leave it off at that. I feel like I could ramble about Ghostbusters for, like, the next fucking hour, and you guys would just click off this podcast. The last movie that I've seen, trailer-wise, because I'm just not hunting for movie trailers, I let them come and go as they please, is the King Kong and Godzilla. It looks fantastic! And I was always, like, a King Kong fan. I never really fucked with Godzilla, really. But obviously, like, I know the gist of the movies, right? Like, I watched somebody talk about it for 30 minutes as I'm driving down the road, so I don't have to watch 6 hours worth of movie, you know, like that's the kind of guy I am. Like, yeah, you're not getting the full experience, but Godzilla is really just kind of like King Kong, you know, like in similar aspects of like how the film goes. So I'm not really missing too much on that. But no, I'm very excited to see how they carry on. I knew there was going to be another Godzilla versus King, not versus, but another Godzilla and King Kong movie. I just didn't know how it was going to go because it could have gone really in any direction. They left it so open that it could have been another like Godzilla versus King Kong. It could be a team up kind of deal. Someone dies. Someone moves planets. Like the way King Kong versus Godzilla ended, they could most definitely just go anywhere with this franchise. And this is one of the franchises. I believe I talked about this. I could be wrong. If I did, just let me know in the comments. I think I'm excited to see where this franchise goes. It just seems like I've already talked about this, right? Oh God, I'm drinking this coffee, and come on, dude. I gotta get the Delight brand, bro. I don't know what the fuck they're doing over there, but they need to stop fucking with flavors, dude. I bought this toffee one. I bought this toffee creamer. It's supposed to be like a newer one. It's like toffee by Delight, and it was alright. You know, it was mid. You know, kind of like flavorless in my opinion. Like, whatever, I don't care. I sit to like loosen the coffee up a little bit. But then I bought this berries and cream one. Smelled good, smelled fantastic, and I'm having a cup at work. I'm like, dude, this tastes a lot like raspberries. I don't like raspberries that much. I don't know what it is, but like, I made a raspberry back when I like used to cook like more like random ass foods. I cooked raspberries inside this cheesecake. The cheesecake was fantastic, and the raspberries were good, but the raspberries always gave me like this weird aftertaste. But this is kind of like what I'm having right now. Because Delight makes a raspberry creamer, a raspberry and cream creamer. So it is kind of just what it tastes like with a different fucking wrapper on it. And it's like, what are you guys doing over there? Someone just call me? Someone did. Alright, my friend's eating McDonald's at Drill. I don't know how I feel about that. America's military. If you don't feed them, they're not going to work. No, not really. Oh, God. So what else has been going on in my life? I was supposed to go bowling last night, but I ended up having my friends. I'm not going to say any of their names to protect them. Until I'll have to get consent to say their names. I probably said his name on this podcast a few times, but I've said a lot of names, so it's hard to pinpoint. But I went to my friend's daughter's birthday party yesterday, and normally I don't stay for whole birthday parties, but I sat down next to Brandon and Ashley. We caught up on life and stuff because we really don't talk as much anymore. And yeah, dude, turned 3 years old, and I'm just thinking like, man, like, what the fuck, dude? Like, I just remember watching her be brought home. You know, my friend, and me and my friend, we've gotten really close over the years, and I'm just waiting for the day he's like, this is your uncle. This is your watered down white Italian uncle. Like, that's what I'm just waiting for. Because if I was to ever have kids, like, I'd be like, this is your Uncle Adrian, as I'd name drop the guy. It's whatever. No one will ever remember this, but most definitely, like, I want hopefully one day to be like, yeah, this is your white watered down uncle, I could name drop him because I feel like me not wanting to name drop just makes no sense because I name drop all the time. But no, the cake was fantastic. His mom never disappoints, dude. His mom makes the best fucking food out there. I never really liked tamales, and then his mom made tamales, and then like I fell in love with how she makes them, and now I can't. And her tacos, I always loved, like, the original tacos and stuff that we would always go to, like, food trucks and stuff or, like, authentic Mexican restaurants. And they would always just be amazing. And then he's like, oh, my mom's going to make some. I'm like, okay. And then, like, I'd buy some off her and ended up, like, falling in love with all the food she cooks. So now I can't really just go to a Mexican restaurant anymore. It kind of sucks. Like, I can, but, like, I'm just like, well, this doesn't taste the same. And I'm like, oh, of course it's not going to because she cooks with love versus this restaurant that cooks for money. Like, there's two different, like, feelings. And I think, like, how you... I don't, like... I'm one of those people where it's, like, how you feel when you cook is how good it's gonna taste. Like, when I cook chicken, sometimes it comes out really good because I'm excited to eat some chicken, rice, and broccoli. But then, like, sometimes it's like, oh, chicken again? Fuck, Like, I was eating so much chicken and broccoli and rice that I would just cook the chicken in disappointment. all the time. But I'm excited to. I'm kind of already back on my diet, but I'm not eating as much. I think because I lost so much weight when I was gone, like a lot of weight. Well, a lot of weight, such as I lost 4 pounds, but I'm smaller, but I'm weighing in heavier with less, if that makes sense. I have a chance to come back a little bit more lean. I mean, I was already pretty fucking lean versus when I left for my schooling, and I know for a fact that this is kind of giving me like another chance to change how I lift weights and stuff. So I was in the gym yesterday, and I was hitting. I really wanted to. I don't bench. I never bench because benching. That's how I hurt both my shoulders. Because when I was a noob in the gym, like I was doing it wrong, and I ended up fucking hurting myself. So ended up fucking. God, dude, this coffee just threw me off. My heat just turned on. Oh, my shoulders. Yeah, so I hurt both my shoulders doing bench, and I was like, fuck that. I'm never doing bench again anyway. And I noticed more growth with dumbbell anyway. But who doesn't think it's... I think it's badass when I'm holding 100-pound dumbbells in each hand, and I'm able to do that for incline. I've only done that once or twice in my entire lifting career, but each hand holding 100 pounds, dude, you can't sit there and tell me people aren't watching you. So ended up benching yesterday for an incline just to kind of like get like a few more sets in for my incline chest, and just to really feel that stretch. So I just had 2 25 plates, so 1 25 plate on each side, and I was just going for reps, and I was going for controlled motion, because if you don't bench, you know, your body's not used to that, so you could probably more at a chance for risk of injury. Damn, I can't speak. And I was like, okay, I'm going to do this. And I just ended up getting like this weird feeling in my chest, like in the center, down the middle. It's kind of like an orgasm, but it was not like, I wasn't hard, I didn't come, and the feeling was only in my chest and not my dick. For my male audience, because I surprisingly have quite a few females that listen to this podcast, I don't think maybe they would understand on some level, but you know that like feeling, like when you're like, it's that like, I'm trying to like think of how to describe this. It's like that feeling before you orgasm, right? I felt that in my chest, and I'm like, oh, I'll put this weight down. It felt so good. And then now I'm suffering today, though, because my fucking chest is a little itty-bitty sore, you know? And I've never felt that before, especially when I'm doing anything chest like, yeah, if I was doing dumbbell, but for bench, never had that feeling before. Never had that feeling before. So I just been fucking... I've just been, like, reminiscing on that. And I've only, like, also ever gotten that when I was doing forearms, but I don't know. How many people actually do forearm workouts? My job is very forearm related, and, I mean, I guess it's, like, a whole body thing, I guess, for my job, but, like, you use a lot of forearm, a lot of back, you know? How many people actually work out their forearms, though, in the gym by themselves? Because I feel like it's a very important muscle to have. I mean, like, because it's basically I think the bigger and stronger your forearm is, the more you're picking up. Like, that's just my honest opinion. Like, versus, like, when I started working at the Forge and being an operator, I felt like I couldn't grip as much. Versus now where my forearms are bigger, I'm now able to, like, hold on to more things. I was just wondering, I'm like, how important is forearms in a workout? So... Damn, dude, I gotta keep getting these sniffles out. What else is going on in the world today besides my feet fucking freezing, yet the heat's on? You know what? I think I was just talking about this the other day. About how floor heating is the best. And then, I'm just checking on what's going on in the news really quick because, fuck it. The State of the Union was recently. I didn't listen to it. I recently fell out of politics. I think a little bit before Trump was out of office, only because, so I watched the 2020 election. Trump was winning by, like, a huge margin. When I went to bed at, like, 10 p.m., 11 p.m., because I just got off work, I showered, and I checked up, like, where we were sitting at, and they're like, still waiting on votes. I was like, all right. So I went to bed, woke up at 4 a.m., and then Biden somehow was leading in like 3 states that were hardcore red. And I was like, okay. And then obviously, like, you can't investigate a politician, especially a white one, you know? You know what's funny? You always see these white ass motherfuckers that are being like investigated when it comes to politics. Now that I'm thinking about it, like, when's the last time a black person's been like investigated? Exactly. You're probably thinking to yourself, I don't know. So I kind of fell out of politics because I'm like, dude, there's no hope for this nation. But since Donald Trump's been running again, I'm kind of falling back into it. I didn't really keep up with the presidential politics, I should say. I really did keep up inside the House, inside the Senate, but you know how they don't do shit in the House and Senate anyway. I bring that up because Donald Trump recently had like a huge victory on his on him running for president, such as like Super Tuesday. I guess that went really well for him. I want to type it in on my computer, but I'm scared to because I don't know what button it is to turn off my recording. I look it up on my phone. And then on top of that, Colorado, was it Colorado who tried telling Trump he couldn't be on the ballot anymore? Yeah, he won that. So he's able to be on the ballot. Let's look it up really quick. I'm looking up how Trump did on Super Tuesday. Yeah, I guess he won majority. Trying to find. Okay, so either way, like, I can't find anything like on it, but I know Trump did really fucking good for Super Tuesday. Let's see, Super Tuesday. Today's shoulder day, by the way. 2024 map. Let's see how, Dude, the urge to take a fat shit right now. Oh my god, I always got shit when I'm talking to you guys, god damn it. You guys make me nervous. Yeah, I'm trying to see if there's a map on here that would... Yeah, I can't find anything on it. I'll do more research on it, though. I'll get... The next podcast might... A little heads up, might be a little bit more political. Because I'm going to watch the highlights. I say it like it's a fucking sports game of the State of the Union. I mean, from what I've seen, though... Like, from the last 2 years and kind of going into this year, it just seems very much fucking like copy and paste on his speeches. Dude, what the fuck? So I'm back on Zillow, and this person's selling 1.5 acres of land for $50,000. Is this worth it? Dude, look how much land this is. Oh my fucking god. How far is this from my work? How far is this from my work? I'm taking a picture of this. I'm sending this to Adrian. Sorry, guys. Sorry. Distractions. Distractions. I just texted Adrian. Let's buy this together. I'm going to go over... I'm going to look at houses for a minute again. I'll just judge people's fucking houses. This one's $235,000. 3 bedroom. No, 3 bedroom, 3 bath. Is this the same one? Did this go up in price? No fucking way, dude. No way. So the Zillow estimate is $224,000. Yet they're charging $235,000. I guarantee they're probably like trying to nah, fuck you. Go fuck yourself, raising the price because you think your house is worth that much. First off, go fuck yourself. I've seen better. That wallpaper's fucking dog shit. God, I just got like slightly angry there. Jesus. This one looks like a crack house. 4 bed, 3 baths. Oh boy. Okay. Yeah, this looks like a crack house. Oh, you know what? I think I know this street. I know the people aren't crack house. I know it's just got a big family. Hey, he's got Trump 24 fucking flag like I do. I don't know who designed these rooms, like the setup, but like there's just a bed in this one. Like I don't have like the best setup either, like, you know. But still, it's you know, I guess like I think buying a house these days are so. Oh, is this a house on the river? Ew, no, ugh. I didn't have to get that fucking. Holy shit! This is a $400,000 house. I want to share screen with this with. I want to like share screen. Holy shit! I've been inside this house. I want to share screen this and like show you guys what I'm looking at, but to protect these people's like addresses and like their fucking home life. Like I'm just describing to you what I see. I've been inside this person's house, I believe. Do they have? If this has a spiral staircase anywhere in this house, I've been inside it. Yep, I've been inside this house. So the story behind this house, which is super fucking nice, is they have like a lake in the back. They have boats and stuff back there. This guy owned his own business, and so when I was working for my friend Troy for, I'm not gonna like drop the name business. Nah, I could say this one. I was moving furniture with him as a business, and there was one time he's like, hey, like I'm going out of town, like out of state. This is a long time ago, fucking wedding or something. He's like, can you bring this like this wood and cabinet piece to his house for me? Like I'll pay you like when I get back. I said sure. Ended up dropping off this extra wood and this cabinet shit that he needed and wanted, and ended up like he's like, hey, he's like, you guys are here. You guys want a house tour? Him and his wife. And I said, sure. So me and Braden, because Braden is the one who came with me. He's like, yeah. He goes, I used to own my own business, but I'm getting ready to sell it now or pass it down to my children because he's like, I made my money and I'm ready to retire, so we're looking at moving. This was about a year ago, so I was like, oh man, that's not bad at all. It's not bad at all. And he showed me around. I was like, you ever think about selling, like, or like renting out? He goes, we want to rent out, but the rent would be too much and it wouldn't be fair to somebody if I wasn't here to take care of it. And I said, that's even more fair. So basically saying he's not a scumbag. And it was a very beautiful house. Would have been a house I would have loved to buy, but not only is it out of the way from me going to work, I can't drive this fucking V8 every day, fucking an hour. Like, that would just be a waste of time and money. So, oh my god, a $700,000 house? Holy shit. 2,500 square feet. A $5,000 monthly payment. Holy fuck. 3 bed, 3 bath. This looks super nice, though. I mean, I think I can make $700,000 in, I don't know, 10 years maybe? I don't know. I don't got that money now, but, dude, this is a nice house, though. For as big as this house is, though, the bedrooms better be fucking massive. Super nice, like, how would I even describe this? Very woody-like. Very woody on the inside. The kitchen looks fabulous. Built in 2005. Dude, whoever owns this fucking house has money. This bedroom doesn't look too big. Alright, I'm just gonna give... Maybe this is just a kid's bedroom. Like, I don't like this shower. Okay. 3 beds in 1 room. So far, we got 5 people living in this house. That's fine. There's nothing wrong with sharing a room with your siblings. Especially, like, when it comes to houses and apartments. I get that, but I'm expecting, like, bigger rooms, though. That's my problem. Okay, and this one must be, like, the daughter's room. I respect that. Keep the boys and girls separated at a certain age. I get that. I guess, like, what's really throwing me off here, they got floor heating. They know what's going on. What's really throwing me off here is the fact that these rooms aren't big, but you could clearly... Is that a G-Wagon? Do they have a G-Wagon? They have a G-Wagon in their fucking house. This picture is useless. It's just literally pointing out the window, and they're just showing you that, yeah, we have a lake in the backyard with our fucking G-Wagon. Holy shit. Alright, you know what? For this kind of house, I was expecting a better washer and dryer. Is this a fire alarm inside the house? Oh? You could clearly tell what their main focus was because, like, for me, the main focus would be if I have kids, bedrooms. That would be a big thing because I want them to all have space. And obviously a big kitchen. A living room, you can make something work in a living room, in like a dining room. But theirs was most definitely like, I don't know who's living here really, but you could tell like the bar. They have a bar in the basement. Their kitchen's a decent size. I would say it's respectable. Their living room is massive. Their bar is massive. Like they have on tap bar. Like what the fuck? And their basement is pretty big too, with pool table, ping pong, air hockey. You can clearly tell this family likes to have fun, and they're not too focused on the whole bedroom space. Like it looks like their bedrooms, I guess looking at it now, is like, yeah, they don't hang out in their bedrooms that much, They have, oh my god, that hot tub looks nice. Yeah, I mean, like, what kind of fucking, oh, that's a sauna. That's a sauna. Holy shit. That's cool, I guess. It's cool. Sorry, guys. I'm sorry I got carried away with looking at Zillow. This is kind of just like what happens behind the scenes. Like, I get distracted a little bit. Kayaking, all right. Kayaking, dude. I'm going to take a second on Zillow. I'm going to share my kayaking experience. John's like, hey, you want to go kayaking? I was like, all right, sure. I believe I've told this story before, but I'm going to tell it again because I'm by myself. So, me and John, we go kayaking. And John, I think, was out hiking earlier. So John was just like, it was an outdoors day kind of day for John. So he was out hiking. So he still had his boots on. Still had his fucking heavy hiking boots on. Ended up like kayaking for a little bit. We're racing, dude. Like my back's killing me. The back seat thing doesn't really help. But I'm flying this kayak. Me and John both are. And I run into John's kayak. And his shit flips. And John just starts drowning because these boots are made for hiking, like heavy-duty boots, right? So John's like drowning under this fucking water. And I'm like, oh shit, John, grab onto the handle. And the stream's taking me away as John's literally fucking drowning. I think like John ended up just like sinking and then walking to where he could stand up in the water. And I'm thinking to myself, I'm like, holy shit, my friend almost died. And what did I do? Get carried away by a stream. And then John was just like, I fucking hate you. Like, I was like, damn, this is going to be the end of our fucking friendship. But then, like, once we loaded the kayaks back up and, like, we were able to save it, we went to go get some food and we were just in the... I just remember it so well because his shirt was ripped, his fucking boots were soaked. We're in his drive-thru getting food, and John's like, the lady's like, how's it going today? How can I take your order? John's like, I almost died because I almost drowned, but I'm here getting food, so things are all right. She goes, oh, so how can I help you? John's like, preferably like this, and that, and a side of life or something stupid. And the lady's like, all right, your total's going to be this, and that next window. And John's like, oh, fuck, I don't have a shirt. So he just covers his chest and, like, what's basically a rag at this point of what is left of his shirt. And we just pull up to the drive-thru. This lady gives, like, the weirdest look, takes his money, and it has someone else come to the window to hand him the food. She must have felt so uncomfortable. She's like, I'm not handling these customers. It was even more scarier because there was a cop behind us, and I was like, John, dude, they're going to fucking stop us, bro. Holy shit. But they never did. The cop, like, drove by us, and he just gave us, like, the weirdest look. But he didn't stop us at all. All right, back to me looking at this fucking... Oh, you know what? It's a log cabin house, by the way. It's very much a log cabin house. Do they have... They have their own bridge. What the fuck? All right. Maybe it's for fishing. This guy has gravel in his backyard. Fuck you. I hate gravel. It's a gated... Okay, that makes sense. It's gated. I feel like I've seen a house very similar to this before. You know, like, I wonder if there's an algorithm for when you look at houses. So, like, my algorithm's just fucked because I'm just looking at all these houses that are way too expensive for me. Like, I could afford it, but just know, like, that's, like, this right here is half my month's salary at a $300,000 house, which isn't too bad. I would just have to, like, downgrade a few things in my life to be able to afford this, but, I don't know who lived in this house, dude. Fuck them. This is the grossest, like, well, that's a nice big tub, though. You know how, like, dirty those big tubs get in your house? So if you have these, like, sauna-like tubs, people forget to clean the filters in them. Like, it's easy, I guess, it's just, like, putting bleach. You could literally just, like, fill your bathtub up, put bleach inside the bathtub, and then run the jets for, like, 5 minutes or however long the jets run, and it'll clean out the jets, apparently. That's, like, a good average way to, like, keep up on it, but, like, you have to actually, like... Wow, that's a lot of land that this person owns. It's a lot of maintenance you actually have to keep up on for those jets, and people don't. So I think, like, that makes me, like, I remember when, long time ago, I was just like, let's go rent a hotel so we could, like, relax for the night, don't have to worry about anybody's families, like, put our phones on Do Not Disturb, and, like, use the big bath and stuff, right? So me and my girlfriend at the time, like, way back when, bought, like, some alcohol. We were chilling inside this hotel, watching TV in this bath. And now I'm thinking back to, like, oh, fuck, that could have been dirty, you know? But it's all worth it. You know, you take a shower afterwards. Like, I know I did. Ew. It's a gross-ass house. I kind of want to buy a house just to flip it, you know? Like, I think, like, that'd be cool. But how long would I actually stay up on it? I guess is, like, my thing. Dude, I'm looking back where I used to live, and, like, the amount... Oh, wait, let's see if I could find... There's St. Charles. I used to live, like, in a weird spot. I lived in, like, a weird gray area, where I wasn't, like, in the suburbs, but I wasn't in the city. Let's see if I could find... Seeing if I can find where I used to live. Damn, dude. Alright, so this is where my friend used to live. That's weird. I always used to have that. I remember this door. This lady used to yell at us all the time. But houses out here are insane, dude. Like, what you can get out where I live now, like, I live super far west. Super far west from where I used to live. And, yeah, you jump on 90 and take you straight to the city. You'd be in the city in, like, 30 minutes. God, what was I gonna say? Oh, God, I'm drawing a blank. Oh, the amount of, like, everything out here, like, this one, why is this $2.8 million? Holy shit, dude. 5 bed and 8 bath. Guys, I promise this will be the last house I look at. Holy shit. Before I continue, like, scrolling through this house, right? If there's such a big homeless problem, like, going on in, like, these cities and shit, why doesn't the government just buy this house, use it as a write-off, and put the homeless people inside these fucking 13-bed, 14-bath houses that these millionaires fucking buy and just sell because they can't, number one, afford it or want it anymore because they're bored, and they just sit on the market. Like this one, almost $3 million, they dropped it 150 grand, has been sitting on the market for 6 months. 6 fucking months, dude. No one's gonna buy this fucking thing. You're better off just giving it to a community where people can, like, live here, like, treat it as a homeless shelter. And not to mention, there's clearly a big garden, a pool, and stuff to take care of. Like, this gives them responsibilities. This is a nice house, though. This is a really nice house. But give it to, like, the community so that these people can fucking, like, start a life here. Yeah, like, it's a $2.8 million house. And, like, you know, they could actually have a real family living here. But this is absurd. No one needs this kind of fucking, like, size of a house, I guess. Like, I would, even if I had this much money to buy, I don't think I would ever be able to, like, happily live here. This is too much. 12,743 square feet. Even if I had the money to buy this, I fucking wouldn't. It's a waste of space. I respect the fact that I have a garden, though. This one's 1.3 million. 4,500 square feet, 6-bed, 4-bath. $9,000 for monthly payment. Holy fuck. You would have to have, well, 6 people. I mean, 6 people, that's very affordable. Like, I would never live in, like, something like this by myself. Never. It's just like, this is reasonable. This is a reasonable sized house. It's only so expensive because it's towards the city. That's it. Like, you're only 30 minutes from the city. Dude, now I know why my dad moved us away from this fucking place, dude. This shit's expensive as fuck. But people will just jack up the house's price on this shit because they think they can. Like, because the market's so fucking garbage. This guy has a sign that says relax above his bathtub. First off, sir, I would never want to sit in a medieval bathtub. Go fuck yourself. And this shower, poor design. Like, you could walk straight in, it looks like. Wait. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 shower heads. This guy is a piece of shit. Your ass is not that clean, sir. I could smell you from across the room. I'm not really fucking with this design, though. Whole 1, 2, 3, 6 garages, dude. God damn. And, like, I want to point something out. I think, like, first off, this is a very nice shot of the neighborhood. Like, with this drone shot, I'm not going to lie to you. Like, the amount of... So, like, when I look at a house, I ask myself, because it's my favorite time of the year, where can I put Christmas lights? And I see so many perfect opportunity for Christmas lights on this household. I'm a very much of a decorative person. So, like, when Christmas time comes, you bet your ass I'm putting the lights up around November, and I'm turning them bitches on around Thanksgiving. I want to point something out. Like, when people own houses like this, there's probably reasons why. Like, they probably got a lot of kids. They need an office. Family's always over. And so I'm not saying that, like, people who own this kind of shit are assholes. But 95% of the time, they kind of are. Because, like, I've moved people out of homes very similar like this into another home that's either bigger or about the same size. And they're just fucking jagoffs. Like, oh my god, dude. A back shot of the house. Dude. So many opportunities for fucking Christmas lights, bro. Like, like that's how I see this. Dude, this neighborhood looks fantastic though, but I'm not messing with that big driveway. It just looks like a lot to shovel. A lot of yard work that kind of needs to be done. I mean, it is winter when they took these pictures, but I don't know, man. I don't really fuck with gated communities either. I mean, I guess it's because, like, I get this, like, weird guilt that's like, oh, I'm protected by a gate that someone could hop because there's no security guard. And then part of me's like, also, you know. This one says $1.5 million, and it says, for you. Dude, oh my god, that's a crazy-ass house, too. Alright, we're going to jump off Zillow here for today. My fucking algorithm's all about $10,000 mortgage payments, and I don't know about you, but I'm sure as hell ain't affording that. I'm not just, like, kind of going back to what I was saying. I think it's kind of important as fuck to really... Sorry, I'm texting back my friend. Sorry, someone just texted me like, am I a decent person? Yeah, you're a decent person. I just think you were drinking a little bit too early yesterday. God, I don't even know how long I was on Zillow. Sorry if you guys stuck through that. If you guys like me criticizing houses and describing them, if you guys want me to describe them better, or you just want me to stop doing it, period, I will. I like to, like, hop on Facebook Marketplace sometimes, too. It's not that I don't believe in that these people should own these houses, but I do get irritated when these are the same people that, like, don't support their local communities, I guess. Because, like, I'm not saying you have to, like, donate millions of fucking dollars, but just know, like, there are people out there who have expressed the struggles that they have because they can't afford food. They can't afford housing. Like, you know, many people I've like come across, and they're like, yeah, I had to like downgrade my car from like a 2010 Toyota to a 2006 Honda with 400,000 miles on it, you know? Something stupid like that because they couldn't afford it. But then there's people like, ha, 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 I just traded in my Lamborghini for another Lamborghini. And the next thing you know, they're just rubbing it in people's fucking faces and shit. So I don't know. I'm very much like, yes, you deserve everything you work for, but be a little bit more courteous. Maybe that's just me. Maybe I'm in like a weird phase where I think like the homeless population is getting out of control. You know, right now I'm currently surfing through Facebook Marketplace to see if I can find anything funny. Dude, some of these minivans though, like I was just talking to AJ the other day about this. Some of these minivans though are kind of badass. Like here's a good one. 2008 Honda van, 164,000 miles. I've had this van since 2009 for my family. All services done by dealer. Has a few body scratches, but other than that, this thing runs fantastic. You can test drive yourself. And the pictures, dude, like this isn't a bad looking van. I'm like really debating like, will I sell my truck for this thing? No. Like, someone's selling a fucking a jet from the military airplane, like just the fucking engine. Military jet engine from Lockheed Shooting Star has 6,100 pounds of thrust. Plane goes 580 miles per hour. Needs some work to be used. Comes with the roll around stand it's on. Perfect thing for the next time someone tells you to Allison swap your comments. No trade. I don't know why that makes me laugh, but it's stupid shit like this that you see. And I'm gonna send this to Keenan because I know Keenan will probably get a good laugh if I can find him. Oh my god, dude, this just makes me laugh. No, I don't want to update my computer right now. Fuck off. Oh, someone put this. We're looking to rehome our cat. All right, let's read the details. Mocha is a loving 8-year-old female cat. She acts more like a dog than a cat and loves to be around people and is very supposed to be cautious or curious. Maybe it's just a typo on their phone. The only problem that we have with Mocha is she often pees in places other than a litter box. There's nothing wrong medically with her. If keeping her inside, it may be best to treat her like a kitten and retrain how to use a litter box. She might be best suited for outside. She gets along with other animals. Okay, well, it just sounds like this person's a piece of shit, and they're not like willing to handle. That's a nice coffee table. Handle a cat. So like, back when I was a kid, we had this dog named Scrappy. I fucking hated that dog, dude. Like, looking back, I wish I could go back in time and kick that dog in its fucking stomach. Like, that's how much, like, I just hate this fucking dog. It was like a Jack Russell Terrier, I believe. Biggest piece of shit dog I've ever fucking met. Like, there's like a weird anger coming out on this podcast, like, with just random shit, such as, like, this old dog Scrappy. Like, when he was going blind, I legit didn't feel bad. I was just like, maybe we should put him down. Because, like, why... If the dog can't, like, do what a dog is supposed to do, you know? I'm not a big fan of smaller dogs. I have friends who have smaller dogs. I think they're okay. But this dog was just a piece of shit. So, like, this dog would just shit and piss in the fucking house all the time. Even though, like, my mom and dad would let him out in the backyard, take him for walks. You know, do what you're supposed to do with the fucking dog. But this dog wouldn't go. You'd be like, oh, he doesn't have to go. We'll take him in, and 5 minutes later, he shit on the fucking house. I remember my dad told my sisters... like, kind of like my sisters, he's like, yeah, we're getting rid of this fucking dog next week. And like, oh, we'll take the dog off you. And my dad's like, are you sure? Because this dog doesn't want to fucking listen to anybody. And like, oh, yeah, like, we'll be fine. We'll retrain them the right way, right? Thinking like they knew better than us in a way. My dad's like, all right, you know what? You could take him now if you want. And they said, okay. So my dad's like, here's some money because I guarantee you're going to like want to go buy him like a fucking taser or something. So we paid them to take this dog, if I remember correctly. We gave them all the food, all the toys, the bed, everything, the whole 9 yards. This thing was basically like they made money on this deal. So they thought. They took this dog to their house, and next time we went over to their fucking house, just one room just reeked of fucking piss. And they kept this dog all the way to death. I'm thinking to myself, I'm like, dude, like, how do you, I don't know, dude. I think, like, some dogs are just fucking straight assholes, just like cats. But, like, this dog, I wish I could, like, and it would just growl at me and, like, my brothers for no fucking reason. And that was, like, another reason why my dad wanted to get rid of the dog, because, yeah, like, Jack Russell Terriers are known for, like, killing, like, geese. Is that how you say it? Geese? For geese, like, smaller animals. Because the smaller dog's, like, a little bit more aggressive. My dad's like, yeah, if this fucking dog bites one of my kids, I'm killing it. And my mom was like, oh, you know, like, what a mom would do. And I just, like, if I go back in time, I would kick this thing up against the fucking wall, because this dog fucking sucked. And I never felt that way about an animal my entire life. Like, I've had animals that have just, like, pissed me off, have done, like, shit that, like, people lose their mind over, and I'll just be like, oh, it's okay, they're just an animal, you know, they don't know better. But this one dog in particular, dude, oh my God, I've never thought about laying a hand on an animal like that. Except for this one fucking dog. It's dead now, thank God. I don't have to fucking see pictures posted about it for its birthday or anything. God damn. Happy birthday! Yeah, as he just pissed on the birthday cake you just got him, you fucking piece of shit. Oh, God, that one got me heated. That, for some reason, dude, that dog just sets off all... that dog just sets off, like, a whole nother meter in me, man. I don't know, like, what it is. But back to the whole cat thing, man. Like, if your cat's pissing all their spots, like, the best way, I think, to train a cat on how to not pee in our spot is to keep them in a room for a week. Like, go play with them, like, every day. Give them a little bit of, like, a few minutes to wander, you know, outside of the room. Make sure the cat has, like, form of entertainment, food, water, everything a cat needs to survive, and just put them in a room with that cat box. Normally, if a cat's pissing in other spots, though, it's trying to mark its scent. And yeah, that can be bad, but it also probably means, like, there's probably other animals in the house. But I've never had that problem with cats. Never in my life. Like, Claudia, she's got a cat, right? Sorry, Claudia, if you're listening to this podcast. Claudia has a cat, and she tells me that this cat drives her crazy, and all this, and that. And I said, well, she's a kitten. Like, what do you expect? She's not even, like, 10 months old yet, I don't think. And, like, she's like, I know, but this cat just stresses me out. And I said, I get that, but you have to understand that that cats are very much... You have to understand that cats are very much like animals who don't give a fuck. So when she's like, well, I think I gotta get rid of her. I'm like, then you need to find, because I told her, I'm like, you need to find a home that is going to be best for this cat, because you don't want to put her in, like, obviously she's good with dogs. This cat's good with dogs because we got her for a friend for Opal, her dog. And I'm like, well, yeah, you gotta, like, you know, find a house with respectful dogs, respectful kids. I would never give a kitten to a house with kids who I know are going to annoy the fuck out of this cat. Because this cat went from just you, kind of me, and Opal. And now you're going to put them in a house with kids probably. So it's a struggle, man. My advice for anybody today is, like, don't buy a fucking animal. Don't purchase it. I understand, like, this is not calling anybody out specifically, but I've met people in the past where they've bought animals and they end up rehoming them because they're like, well, it was just a lot of work. We weren't able to give them time. It's like, you knew in the beginning you weren't going to be able to give all your time for this fucking animal, yet you still bought it anyway, grew a bond with it in some degree, and now you're giving it away. That's kind of disrespectful. So if you learn anything from this podcast, this very ignorant, random-ass podcast, don't buy fucking animals if you're not gonna want it. I think I might end up taking Claudia's cat. I think that would be the best bet. I feel like I'll get a cat tree, you know. I work a lot and cats really don't give a fuck, you know. I'll put it right by the window so she can bird watch. I totally have not already mapped this out just in case it comes down to it. You know, I think I'm going to call this quit for the podcast. I do want to mention one more time, though, to anybody who is still listening to this podcast. I am sorry that it's been 2 weeks since I've uploaded a podcast. Do know I felt like a piece of shit. I was super sick. The last podcast got randomly corrupted halfway through, but I still have the other half material, so I'm still going to try to plug that in somewhere in a different podcast. I got to learn how to edit now. I do thank everybody for the support. The watch time is through the roof right now. I don't know what's going on. And also just thank you everybody for respecting the space. I know someone commented like 3 days ago. They're like listening to an old podcast because you haven't uploaded in 2 weeks with like a sad face. And I was supposed to reply back to that comment. Jacob, some guy named Jacob the Gamer. It's in one of my older podcasts, like in the 20s. I do feel bad, sir. Trust me, it was not easy for me to just ignore you guys for 2 weeks. But I'm back, and Joe will be on hopefully the next podcast. I know Joe is at a training thing right now, so when he gets back, which will be in like 2 days, then I will have him on as a host. I know Jonah wants to come on. Jonah's got a lot of things in the works now, so Jonah wants to share it with you guys. And Devin, I haven't really talked to Devin lately. Devin's always busy, so. With that being said, thank you guys for listening to the podcast. I'm sorry if this was random and not so funny. I know you guys probably just missed my voice. Look forward to a podcast. I want to say, no later than on Wednesday, I'd say. All right. Maybe Wednesday, Tuesday. Maybe you get another one tomorrow. Who knows? Because I got some material I've been writing down lately. So, other than that, thank you for watching, and go fuck yourself.